Hello, this is a devlog to Background Designer version 1 beta. Now, this version won't be released for a while because I'm still working on a few things, but I just want to show you the Dither effect that I've been working on. So this is basically a little pattern in the background that causes this interesting Dither pattern, and that coupled with the LUT table to get the right colours makes this kind of unique Commodore 64 looking style, which I really like. Now there's a few different patterns here. This one is kind of like a dither spiral, and eventually it kind of makes interesting shapes. This one's a bit more obvious. This is a spiral without the checker running through it. So you see as I go between nothing and move to the right here, it's basically starting to bring the image in, but that works really well for the dither effect when it's run through the pixel shader. Quite a nice effect. This one is a bit more of a regular dither, kind of like a bare 8x8. This one's like a scanline effect. So this is it pretty much off, and then you bring it in, you get the lines kind of converging up. And this is the first one that you saw. Now there's going to be different pixel modes. This is the Commodore 64 mode, and pressing F9 takes you to a kind of custom mode that I've created, which is double the resolution of a Commodore 64 and extra colours, but the dithering works just the same. So I press F9 again, and this is the Sega Master System, and the dither works quite nice there. I'm just going to cycle through those so you can see them a little better. So this is the spiral with a checker. This one's just a spiral effect. And basically when I go to this image here, this is more or less the way I've made the pixels. And it just picks that up and starts to make the image look more merged. The gradient's more kind of pattern merged. This one's another kind of bare matrix type dither. So I'll go through the modes again. This is the regular mode with no post-processing or pixel shading, so whatever I put in here, let's put a nice tree in somewhere. So let's go there, and it's going to go back to the original tones and put some little trees in. Happy little trees, Bob Ross style, and let's also put in a little bit of land. I just need to tuck these in first. Okay, that should do that. Turn on the wrap mode. And let's make some trees. Let's go for these trees actually. Put in a few different ones. And I'm just going to press F9 and switch to the dither mode so we can see how that looks. So that's the C64 mode, and a little bit of the dithering coming in there. So it kind of gives you your gradients, and then if I use the right arrow key, it's the scanline one. This is the pattern dither. This checker spiral, and then just the checker. It's quite a nice effect. And then I'm going to switch up to this mode and go through them again. It's just a nice way to get something automatic without having to make all these pixels manually. Really nice effect. If I press F3, I can make everything adopt new colors as well. space bar for the sky. It might look a bit ugly in some cases. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So there's a gradient sky. Yeah, I'll do a little red sky like that, come back over, and we see the pixel version of that. So we can change the dither range. So that's kind of like off, and then gradually, and you can see the real size pixels down here, the enhanced version up here. And yeah, I can bring in some mountain image. Place a few of these down, make it interesting looking background. Let's do a few multiple layers here. And if I press F3, I can change the original colours there, quite like that, and then spacebar to change the sky or bring in some clouds. Yeah, some different skies. Let's make a nice summer sky, and the clouds can be all white. I'll just make some tones a bit more bluish, and maybe even fade some parts out. And there we go, I can start to bring in sky clouds. Going to turn that mode off so we can see these colours, and that looks pretty cool. So this is the sort of extended Commodore 64 mode that I've made, and this is the original C64. Play with the dither range here if I don't want it to be as noisy, and the right arrow key is going to switch through some different patterns. I really like this mode though, with a bit more pixels, easier to read. Looks quite funky. And then the next mode is the Sega Master System. It has a really kind of retro vibe to it. But yeah, the dither effect seems to work quite nicely, and I'm quite happy with the way that's turning out. I do like this mode because it's easier to read. And yeah, I could happily just make backgrounds all day in this for you guys, but you can grab the current alpha version for $1 basically, and any updates for free through the itch page. I'll put a link in the description, and yeah, have a bit of fun with this. It's pretty cool. If you've also got kids, let them have a go at it, because it's kind of like a kind of paint by number sort of feeling to it. You can easily make a nice scene like this, and add colours to your brushes quite easily. And let's just take some of these away and kind of pretend that's some snow on the top there, so on the ground, using some random flip and random scale. You can also do random rotation, and you get different angles and things, different layers that you can also name, and let's add in some extra mountains in the background down here. Just make sure you choose one that looks good. A bit like that, and you can also press P to turn on a kind of parallax effect, but that's just a little extra. Switch between modes at any point in time as well. See how it all looks. Again, I like this style, and at any point in time I can change the sky colour and see how it all looks like that. So there you go. Hope you enjoy using Background Designer to put your backgrounds together and experiment with the pixel effects. So that is F8 and F9 to change these, and there has been some work going on to make some new patterns and things like that, but they'll be part of the beta release, which will cost a bit more, so it's a good idea to buy it now for $1 or whatever you want to donate, and I can keep working on this. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.